Good morning, Muscatine, and happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Saturday was a little hot, so hopefully you stayed plenty hydrated, and I hope you had a lot of fun at the Muscatine County Fair as well. There was so much to do there. I loved spending the couple days there, and also with my kid. He had so much fun. Had an interaction with a goat, which was a little interesting, but it made it all more exciting in memories. As always, I want to start off by thanking our sponsors, Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Ribble Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper Cycling and Fitness, and Bayer of Muscatine. Some things that happened over the weekend. I have to do another shout out to Dylan Cooney for winning the Geneva Country Club Championship this past weekend. And if you did not know, he also won the City of Muscatine Golf Championship. So congratulations on both of those wins. There was actually 4 people that tied for the top spot. And so congratulations on winning that playoff there. Something that's going on this week, if you love popcorn and wine, you're not going to want to miss this one. So Thursday, July 28th at 6:30 to 9:30. Pearl City Popcorn and Proof Social are collaborating for a popcorn and wine pairing. So if you want to reserve your spot for that, contact Proof Social, and Brian Taylor will get you all set up for that. So you'll have popcorn and wine. This is something that you want to be part of Thursday evening. And then we've got music Thursday, Friday, and Saturday between Contrary, Proof, and also Mississippi Brew. So I'll talk a little bit more about those later on in the week. Today I have Megan Francis, who is I'm going to start calling this my Megan Mondays. It is just official. It is Megan Monday. So I have Megan Francis and I have Jenna to introduce themselves and what they do within Crossroads. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Hello.
Jenna, introduce yourself. Tell us about what you do.
So I am Jenna. I am the Supported Employment Manager for Crossroads. Just newly there, 5 months in, I think, already going on 6. So it's been a blast so far.
Perfect. And Megan Monday.
Megan Francis. I'm the Marketing and Communications Director for Crossroads and Senior Resources.
So we've got to start off with this. We talked about this kind of towards the beginning of the year, not the year, but beginning of the month, but it is Thanksgiving in July. So talk to us a little bit about this.
Yep, Thanksgiving in July is a collaboration with the United Way. And really it was started by a gentleman a number of years ago. I meant to look it up this morning. But it is, during the holiday season, everybody's really thinking about donating food, filling those food pantries, those Thanksgiving dinners, those types of things. And then as we kind of get to the middle of the year, we're busy with fair, we're busy with all those activities, and it's just back of mind, not always thinking about it. So this Thanksgiving in July is just to reignite that giving to fill our food pantries. All of the donations will go to our local food pantries, so they stay right here in Muscatine for Muscatine residents. So between MCSA and the Salvation Army. And then I think we also fill the mini food pantry at Senior Resources that helps seniors. So just as you're seeing those good deals, pick up a couple extra cans or something. Cereal, I think, is on a special this week. If you don't need it for your house, go and still get the deal and buy a few for the local pantry. Number of donation sites. Crossroads is a donation site. Impact also has a box out, as well as the Button Museum, Unity Point, and some great supporters through town.
I know also shout out to Flowers on the Avenue too. They are also a drop-off site. So this is from the 24th through the 29th and it has to be non-expired, unperishable items, so cans, boxes, so anything that can be dropped off till Friday, July 29th, or here at Hy-Vee Saturday morning, they'll have a Hy-Vee truck as well. So if you have anything Saturday, July 30th, between 8 and 11:30, you can drop off items as well.
It'll actually be our Crossroads truck.
Crossroads truck.
So out of context here at Hy-Vee.
So it's great. You've got Hy-Vee, Crossroads, MCSA, United Way of Muscatine, Salvation Army of Muscatine, Senior Resources, all 5, 6 different communities bringing together for something that we don't want anyone to ever wonder where their next meal is.
Yep.
So I love this. So we had to do that, bring that up. So if you want to donate anything, you've got a lot of different locations. United Way of Muscatine, also Crossroads. If you need more information, those are going to be the 2 main ones to really contact, just to know where to drop off and where to make, if they have any questions on what they can for non-perishable foods.
Yeah, and then of course monetary donations also will all go towards purchasing food.
Love it. Perfect. Had to bring that up. It is. I'm going to be wearing something Thanksgiving fall related, so I had to start off, of course, with the pumpkin dress. Had to bring that into play. So Jenna, tell us about the supported employment at Crossroads.
So supported employment is a program that was started, I believe, a couple years ago by another individual, and we serve individuals with intellectual disabilities. We kind of help them in the community with their jobs, you know, anything that they might need help with, whether, you know, it's a simple task of helping them just train, or if they just need that continual coaching, to say, hey, you know, we got to do this, or, you know, we just want them to be as independent as possible, like everyone else. You know, they're just like us. So pretty cool. We work with a lot of great clients. Some of them make me laugh all the time, but you know, they're awesome. They're awesome.
And what's the role that happens within this position?
So, I mean, for our clients, they can do anything that they want. I mean, they're, like I said, an individual just like us. They can pick whatever job they want to, and we kind of advocate for them in that way. So, you know, we have anywhere from people who, I mean, we have a certain individual who loves washing dishes, and that's all he wanted to do, and we found a job for him, and he loves it. So, you know, he came and was like, thank you for finding me a job. And so it's just a very rewarding career, you know, when we find them something that they love to do. So.
And how many clients do you currently have at this moment?
Right now, we have placed 16, and we are working on more. Just this past month alone, we've gotten about 8 contacts already that have reached out and said, hey, can we start something with you? So we've got a longer development list too. We've got 10 people in development, so we're doing good things and making lots of moves. So
Megan's keeping you busy.
Awesome. Yeah, she is.
I love it. And so what are the kind of benefits out of this program?
I mean, for them, it's just, you know, to get them out in the community. And I mean, they're an individual just like us. We don't look at them any other way. You know, we want them to be treated just as we would. You know, we try to tell them like, hey, you know, this is your job. You know, you have to show up just like we do at our jobs.
Yep.
And, you know, you can't be late. You know, we teach them those types of things. So, I mean, it's just really getting them out there and making them part of the community just like we are.
The more you talk about that, so my aunt has cerebral palsy, and there's something very similar in Iowa City with her program. So she was working at Goodwill for the longest time because she loved just meeting people and she loved shopping. So best place to put her is in Goodwill. But of course, she always would try and pay for something at the end of her shift. She's like, oh, I really like this. I'm like, okay, about this job. So, you know, how can an employee get truly involved within this program?
I mean, really, it's just kind of up to their guardians, if they have one, or if they're their own guardian, they can talk to their like case manager and say, hey, I'm looking for employment. And then at that point, they'll reach out to either us or there's another person that does support employment in the community. So either one. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple process, and then we just, okay, let's go. You know, we'll find out what they like. We sit down and ask them several questions to make sure that we know what they like, because we don't just want to throw them into something and then they're not going to show up and do it.
Yep.
If they don't like it and they start out thinking that they were going to like it, then we'll try to find something else right away for them, because like I said, we want them to succeed. We don't want them to fail at anything. So
when you first went into this position, so tell me a little bit about your background.
So my background comes from the corporate world for restaurant and retail.
Nice.
I've done that since I was 16, so a good 20 some years. But yeah, I mean, this is very different. I brought a lot of management experience to this role. But all the other workings and stuff, you know, learning the different laws and, you know, all the different privacy things, I mean, that's different in this role for me. I was in the community a little bit working for my previous employer, more so in like Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, because I had to travel. But I mean, that's not new to me, so I love doing that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, just and working with the individuals is, I mean, it's so cool. Like, it's way different than working with people that, you know, you work in the fast food industry. I mean, these people just really put a smile on your face. And I mean, even on their bad days, it's awesome trying to get them into a good mood, you know, because it's something as simple as, hey, you know, where's that smile, you know, and then they'll just get all giddy. And so it's so awesome. It's so awesome.
So your passion kind of drove you more than what your career was.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes, it did. I mean, you know, working in the corporate world right now is kind of hard for everybody, so it takes a toll on a person. So I was like, let's give something else a try.
I love that.
So.
And what is the best way for someone to get more information about this, saying, hey, you know, I do need this, how can I get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can definitely get a hold of me at Crossroads, me or my job coordinator, Michelle. I have kind of a right-hand person that helps me out a lot too. They just got to contact us and get with their case manager or guardian. So.
And why should someone truly do this, you know, get that extra push and motivation?
I think it really helps them just to be motivated and to not feel so maybe out of place, because I know a lot of them might feel out of place and uncomfortable because they don't know what others are going to think of them.
Yep.
So it's really awesome to have an advocate, you know, to be like, hey, they're just a person like we are, you know, they're not any different. And, you know, sometimes I'd like an advocate for myself, you know, hey.
I hear you.
So it's kind of like your personal cheerleader, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome.
I love that. I think that's such a unique thing to have, and obviously not a lot of people know that this is a program. So it's been going for a couple years, but now we're pushing it to come alive.
Yep. Yeah, we've been growing, like I said, even in the past 5 months. I mean, I've gotten so many inquiries, and you know, I've kept up with every one of them to make sure that we get them placed. So I know August 1st we have 2 clients starting, so that's going to up it to 18 in placement. So I mean, we're super excited.
I think you said something just very important right there, is that you follow up with them even afterwards, and it's not okay, let's sit down, let's find your job, here you go, see you later. You just said it right there. You're supporting them and you're holding them accountable and checking in with them even after the program. And that right there says how much more you actually truly care about them, not just finding them in a job and a position. So that, I love, that's like the key statement right there.
Yeah.
And I think the community's becoming more understanding.
Yeah.
We're in a tough spot with staffing right now, right? You've got a lot of people who maybe don't want to work or show up for a couple of weeks and then disappear. This is a group that wants to work.
Yep.
They want to be at work every day. They want to be independent and they want to be successful. Sometimes having that job coach is just that little piece they need. So you're going to get, you know, as an employer, you're going to get that dedicated employee plus a job coach just to make sure they're staying on track and to work as a team with your leadership. So it really is, if you are looking for staff, this is the way to go for a lot of those positions.
I love it. And there's friendly faces that will guide them.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Jenna, to talk about the supported employment. I love everything that you just told us, the benefits, the amount of accountability and coaching that you apply for every single person that walks through the door. That's awesome.
Yes.
Now, Megan Monday, turning it over to you. Tell me about how Crossroads collaborates with other businesses such as MCSA.
So we are, in the last few years, we have collaborated with other nonprofits just for better efficiency, using dollars that we're given in the best way we can possible. And one of the things that came out of that was our CIEP, which is our Community Integrated Employment Program. So it's kind of a spin-off, still stays under Jenna and the supported employment, but we are getting referrals for people who have some other barrier for working every day. So it may be that they've got a mental disability or a drug problem or just those hard to home, unstable housing. So we get referrals through MTSA. It could be really open to anybody, but that's really where the partnership is started and built and where we're making this program. And we start them primarily in the Crossroads employment, but it's working on those skills of going to work each day.
Yep.
How do I call in if I can't go? Just that reliability building up. And it may be working 2 hours every single day and getting up to that reliability and that stamina, and then increasing that to 4 hours, where sometimes there may be a trip up, life, there are barriers, life gets in the way. We're going to work through that with them, whereas another employer may say, you're out.
Yeah.
I have someone else waiting in the wing. I don't have time. You're out. So we have them working the goal is for them to be moving out of Crossroads, but there we have that infrastructure where we're more understanding. We can work through those problems with them, the barriers, get them the consistent work, and then send them out. Again, continuing to follow up with them, but get them out into the community independently with a referral from Crossroads. So we have worked with them for the last 6 months, and we've come a long way, or the last year. And we now feel that they're ready to be in the workforce, and then helping them along the way. So again, another way to work on that work strategy, getting people back into the workforce, and helping them with those barriers.
I think what I love when I look at your Facebook page, you're constantly posting pictures of what they're doing inside Crossroads, whether it's helping out with the food pantry or it's just, small task habits, but you're showing that they're not, you can still create in a work environment, but it's still fun at the same time. And that's, I think, truly what helps a lot of them is having it be a positive atmosphere. And I know that's what Crossroads really does.
Yep, we're fun.
You are.
Always.
You are fun.
A lot of fun.
So when it comes to that portion of it, and I really would love to try you trying to say that CIEP 5 times fast, because there's no way that's just not happening. You might want to come up with just maybe a shorter acronym for that. So when it comes to that portion of it, how do people get involved within that program?
Really, the best way is referral through MCSA.
Okay.
Is really that best connection. Anyone could come to us, though. Again, to Jenna or Michelle, and we're going to help out. We did have someone kind of come to our door and just didn't know where to go. It was really lost, and really helped them through. But
you create an
MCSA
open door atmosphere, though.
Yeah.
And so when they do get to that point where they're comfortable after being with Crossroads, do they go over to Jenna afterwards to help find a job, or kind of the same scenario but with someone else?
We're working with them the whole time they start with us. So, they have kind of a job coach too, per se. They're not there by their side, but we do check on them, like 30-minute increments, and to make sure, hey, are you needing anything, what can I help you with, stuff like that. But once, they're going through a whole process, so we want to make them as comfortable as possible. So since I've been here, we kind of have been recreating the CIEP program, if you would say, to kind of flow a little bit better. So we made up a progress review for them for 30, 60, 90, 6 month, and 9 month. And it's always the same questions. And then it's always, hey, let's take a look at our job posting binder that I actually made up myself. And, so I'll get jobs off of Indeed or, Snag a Job or anywhere and put them in there. And they've got different sections, for factory, for restaurant, stuff like that. But they can always look at that, and it's right there to say, hey, do you want to apply for something? Do you see something that catch your interest? So we're always right there with them doing that.
I love the job binder. I love
Yeah.
that. I've got to ask, when you first put that together, how long did that take you?
So I put one, I had to make 2. I put one together. It took me probably a couple of weeks, just because, I was like, what do I want to really put in here? Because we also want to set them up for success as well.
Yep.
We don't want them to fail either, or make them feel like they're going to fail. So, I was really kind of, picking through that and stuff, and there's tons of jobs on Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took me a couple of weeks to get it put together.
I love that though. It's just something you wouldn't think of. Most people would be like, okay, let's hop on the computer and just type in something.
Yeah.
No, you actually have something physical that they can grab onto, and being able to look through and say, okay, hey, what is that? What's that passion you have? Okay, here we go. Boom.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
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 That is so neat.
Yep.
Now, is it like a Bible though?
No, not yet.
Not yet. It's going to be though. I think that's neat. I think that is something unique. It's not, I don't think anyone in Muscatine has that.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. I'm pretty sure you're the only one that has a job binder. And I think that's just so neat. And it's, I'm assuming, all jobs within the community.
Yes.
I love it.
It's all local, you know, anywhere from Han to Hy-Vee. I mean, you know, anything that I see, I print off that I feel, you know, would be good for them. So
Honda Hy-Vee, that works
There you
so
go.
smoothly.
Yeah.
You prepared for that one. What else do you have for me, ladies? I think this is a lot of information, and I think it's a lot of good community information that needs to be out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you, I mean, Megan, I could talk about you for hours and days for everything that you do, and I mean, you are community. Like, if there's one person to name Muscatine community, it would be Megan Francis.
No.
It would be.
Inspired by a lot of people around me.
Yeah, I think Muscatine has an amazing resources of community, focusing on community. I mean, Thanksgiving in July, it's the supported employment, the CIEP. Hey, I got
There
it.
you go.
Woo. I think these are great information and things that I never even knew about until I started looking it up. Like,
Yep.
it needs to get out there, and I love it. So
Yeah.
congratulations on your we'll just say 6 months right now of
Thanks.
hard work and dedication. And I mean, the transformation you've already made into this program.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else for me, ladies?
I think
I
we're.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love the purple. Of course, I didn't wear purple. But
I know. I actually feel like I need a color for my hair. I feel like I'm a little.
that's what we'll do for September.
All right.
You know, if someone donates $100, we will spray paint our hair purple for the walk.
There we go.
There you go.
I won't. I have purple, but I won't. I'll spray it purple. I love it. Are you joining us for the walk?
I think so. Yeah, we've talked about it. So
Love it.
yes.
Great. Yeah, you'll have to keep the purple then.
Yeah, I've got to re-dye it. Paid now.
Perfect. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming on. Remember, Muscatine, that Thanksgiving in July starts. There are plenty of businesses that will have donation boxes, so be sure to go out and check that out. You can go over to Crossroads page, the United Way of Muscatine, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Flowers on the Avenue, Unity Point. I'm missing a couple, but I'm sure there's plenty more locations that have drop-offs. So July 24th to the 29th, and if you want to as well, you can come out Saturday, July 30th from 8:30 to 11:30 and drop off here at the Hy-Vee location with the Crossroads truck. Until then, Muscatine, stay happy and stay healthy. I will see you tomorrow.
I'm TJ Deere, General Manager here at Toyota of Muscatine.
Hi, I'm Megan and I'm from Muscatine.
My name is Logan and I'm from Muscatine.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe in investing in our community.
And that's why all our members are local to the Muscatine area.
It's why we give generously to charities based in our city.
Because we believe that giving back means paying it forward.
That's why an investment in us is an investment in our community.